This is a quick look on the Microtech Tachyon I versus the Tachyon II. Didn't really get to do a full review on either of these knives. This was just at the JD knife meet this past weekend, so these are JD member knives. As far as the first major difference, the Tach II is a little bit longer than the Tach I. It's about, I'd say, a ½ inch longer. And as you can see here in the back, the Tach II, they opted for the aluminum barrel spacers, whereas the Tach I has the block spacers. And you can definitely feel a difference when you're handling them. The Tach I definitely is more weight biased at the end of the handles. The Tach II has a more floaty, airy feeling to it. Now, as far as the blades, the Tach II and the Tach I, they have pretty much the same blade profile, except the Tach II is stretched out and it has the 3 slots along the spine, whereas the Tach I just has a long one recessed slot. This one in particular I think has the black finish, but I think it comes in a satin finish as well. As far as the latches, they have pretty different designs. The Tach II has this more intricate dome-shaped head, whereas the Tach I has the T-latch. I noticed immediately that the Tach I latch moves freely. It has that standard screw and pivot system, whereas the Tach II, if you move it with your finger, the whole handle kind of moved along with the knife. It wasn't moving as freely as the Tach I. That's because they opted for a roll pin instead of your standard screw and pivot assembly like you see on the Tach I. This one is adjustable, whereas the roll pin, I don't really know how you would adjust that. As far as the pivots, the Tach I has those rounded domed pivots, and the Tach II has the pointier pivots. They look more like a cone, and the finish on the Tach II is a little bit grippier than the Tach I. The Tach I had a slightly smoother finish. As far as flipping, I didn't really get to flip the Tach II a whole lot, but the little bit that I did, it felt very light and airy. Didn't have as much weight bias in the back of the handles, but the longer length of the handles definitely helped balance it a little bit. It's pretty neutral handling, but very different from the Tach I. It's kind of a toss-up. I wouldn't really say it's necessarily just a Tach I that's stretched out. They both have pretty unique handling characteristics, but I would need more time with the Tach II to really be able to tell. So thanks for watching, and if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below.